What a weekend you guys had. SEC champions. How does it feel your first year at South Carolina?
It feels so great. The emotions have finally sunk in. Everything's finally sunk in from everything that was going on during that tournament. It's just a great feeling to have. And I just want to keep feeling this feeling because, there's no other feeling like it.
So I want to ask about Saturday when you guys are down and there are seconds left. The ball goes to Camila. She throws up the three. What's going through your head?
I was like, she better shoot this because there's no way she's going to be able to pass this to someone and shoot it. So just seeing her shoot it and watching it go in, it was just an amazing feeling. I've never been part of something like that at such a close game. And I don't think we ever want to feel like that ever again because we almost lost and she kept us alive. And it was just an amazing thing to see.
Watching it, it was almost like she was surprised that it happened. And everyone's reaction was gold. And there's so many things that we need to talk about. And I want to move on to the video that you announced that you will be coming back for another year at South Carolina. What went into this decision?
Well, first it was like a family decision. I'm such a family-oriented person. We've been talking it for quite a while, and I knew I was gonna come back, but it was just the timing of everything. I just wanted to have things settle down, like do it before, the dance or like the SEC tournament, and just so I don't have to think about that. And it was just a family decision. We came up with it, and we were like, "Hey, you're doing really well here. You love it here. I obviously love the team. I love the coaches and I love the direction I'm going. So why not stay another year?" And having another year under Coach Staley and her coaching staff, I feel like I'm going to be a way better all around player.
I've seen that you've spoken about just the improvement and growth that you feel you've had as a player since getting to South Carolina. What has that looked like for you?
It's different. You can't only think about offense, you have to think about both sides of the court. And coming in, I knew that my defense had to be up to par or I wouldn't play. And so I knew coming in, I had to be on that side of the court, knowing that I needed to do it, even if I didn't like it. And I knew that I was going to bring in, my shooting ability to spread the court out and just being able to, give confidence to my other guards that, hey, you can shoot it too. And just be able to, open the space up for the post and the guards. And so just coming in with the mindset, hey, you're going to compete and you're going to play your game and just maneuver yourself around everyone else's game. And at the end of the day, just win.
So you came in, it was an interesting dynamic, right? Losing seven seniors. I mean, and talented players coming in. You're a vet, but you're new to this team. So you're taking on a leadership role, but you're also kind of getting your feet on the ground. One, how did you transition into that leadership role? Like what went into that? How did you ground yourself in helping others along?
It's been smooth since day one. I think playing with, this young team, I knew they would look up to me because of how I've been in college more than they have. And I've been in college games. I played a couple more games than them. And I knew that they were going to look up to me just because of my experience and knowing that I've been here before and they haven't really been where they are now. And I knew coming in, I had to be the leader that they could look up to and know that they could talk to me and know that I can help them make the right reads and, just encourage them and not to get down on themselves and just be confident in who they are.
Do you think that, I mean, obviously having the experience, the time in itself, lends wisdom, but do you think that having the experience of the transfer portal and also knowing what you were specifically looking for in a team helped with that?
Oh, absolutely. Um, I would hope coming in that I would, help these younger players and I have, and they've helped me become a better leader and they've helped my IQ grow a ton, especially for a point guard. And we just are really play off each other really well and we know each other's game really well. And coming into the program like South Carolina, I knew that I was going to bring my shooting ability, but I didn't know that I would bring other intangibles with that.
Mm.
And so I've learned a couple more things about myself as a player and as a person. And so that's what college is about, is just growing and becoming the player or person you want to be on and off the court.
What's it like to play for Dawn Staley?
It's so much fun. Playing for her, she's very genuine. I really had to trust the process with this one because this was gonna make or break my career, and I'm very happy that I made this decision to come here.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just so cool, man. I don't even know how to explain it. She's just awesome, and I wish people knew more about her, not only as a coach but as a person. And it's just something I love to, talk about because of how her love and how she pours into not only my life, but everyone else's lives. And I just wish people saw that more of how she just pours so much love and it's so genuine that um, it's a great thing to have and it's different. And I wish people would experience that.
I thought it was so interesting to see the connection that she had with your dad, even on that phone call about it. I mean, it was just like a genuine, like, hey,
Yeah.
like you're my people, like let's talk. What's the impact she's had on your family?
Oh, it's such a big impact. It's not normal when you have a college head coach, tell parents like, hey, you can text me any time of the day, you can call me, you can let me know how you're feeling about this. And it's very uncommon to see that. So seeing her give that, support and, to parents is a great sight to see. It's very uncommon in college culture. And it's just something that I knew that, hey, like she's really family. Like the relationship that she's created with my dad, it's something amazing to see. And she hasn't even met him in person. All the talks have been on the phone. And she has met my mom. But the relationship they have, it's very fun to see, and knowing that my dad is very happy with this decision that I made for coming back and coming here, and I can't wait for them to meet each other.
And I think it's so important to have a family support because your family, it's like your family away from home, right? And when you're in college and especially you move from West Coast to East Coast, like this is a whole new world.
It was a whole new world. But they made it feel like home, so much like home. And that's another reason why I'm staying because of how I felt so loved here, the family atmosphere, the culture, and it just made it feel like my second home. And I'm just really happy and fortunate that I'm able to come back.
Okay, so we talked a little bit about how coming in it was a young team. You're bringing we know that you're going to shoot. We know you're going to shoot well. We know what you're going to bring to the table. Did everything click right away, or was there a lot of pieces that had to be kind of turned and fit into the right position of the puzzle?
I think that's a good way to put it. There was some time, I mean, all the new players, you had to learn each other's games, you had to learn how to be cohesive, you had to learn that chemistry. And it took some time, but we knew that we was going to fit into a nice little puzzle, but we just didn't see at the moment because I think we were just so caught up into getting to know each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought our chemistry off the court helped with that.
Mm.
And so it took some time, but we knew that it was going to come all together, and it has, and we just got to keep it going.
What does time off the court look like together? What do the Gamecocks like to do to bond?
We would just like come to each other's apartment. We had like this one apartment. We'd go to Bree Hall's apartment, and we would just all meet up there and just have fun and just talk it up, chop it up, and just be with each other because during the summer you don't really have many, students in town. It's really just athletes. So we were able to also be with the men's basketball team and just be with each other and just compete with each other and just have fun with each other's presence.
So as you guys went on in the season, things started to click. The puzzle pieces started to fall into their places. You guys were undefeated and you kept winning and you kept winning. At what point did that ever feel like a burden of like, oh crap, we got to keep this going? Or was it motivation? How do you approach that?
We just approach it like every other game. We don't look too far ahead. We got to be present. We just be where our feet are because we just don't want to look too far into the future because then we get too caught up in that. Mm-hmm. So as a team, there's no pressure at all. It wasn't really a goal to go undefeated. The goal was just to win, and that's what we've been doing. And the goal is to obviously win the SEC championship, which we did. And the next goal is to win a national championship. So our main goal right now is just to get to round one and win that game and just take one game at a time. And there's not really much burden or pressure just because of how we genuinely love playing with each other out there. And no matter what's going to happen, we're just always going to love on each other and trust each other and just be there for each other.
There's something really special about the culture. I don't know if it's that something that, you know, Coach Staley has created, or if it's something that the players over the years, but you just kind of see this culture of excellence, of winning, and of team. And I'm wondering, since you got to South Carolina, has there been any pinch me moments of former players or things like that have just kind of shocked you and been like, this is really happening?
Yeah, no, it's definitely what Coach Staley has instilled with us in our program. Probably the pinch me moment was probably when Aaliyah Boston came in and scrimmaged with us, when Alicia Gray came in and scrimmaged with us, and just being able to have those players come back and just compete with us. It was like whoa, like there's pros literally coming in here and working out with us or practicing with us, and that's what I came here to do, is become a pro, and hopefully I'll come back and compete with them and see how the program is going. But Coach Staley has definitely instilled discipline into this program, and I've heard a lot of talk that we're probably like I wouldn't say the most undisciplined, but a good word for it is what she said, that we are like daycare. Um, we have daycare 12:30 to 3:30, and then it's out of their hands. But I thought that was a pretty good analogy to compare us to, because of how we're so young and we just love to talk to each other and just have fun. You know, I think that's what separates a lot from other teams, is that we just love to have fun with each other, and we just love to be around each other, even though it's 12:30 to 3:30.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So now you're heading in, you talk about first round. You know, we got to get through selection Sunday first. You guys kind of figure out what happens and then where you go. So this is a new experience for you in the NCAA tournament, right? In March Madness. What are you most looking forward to?
Just being a part of it. Being a part of, you know, the first round, the second round, you know, whatever goes on. It's just going and seeing how everything is. I mean, how the difference of the games are, how hard people work, and it's just gonna be a different feeling. I feel like I'm just really excited to play into this tournament and hopefully make a deep run.
I love that you keep talking about like the work ethic and just taking it one game at a time, and your passion for getting better and pursuing this goal of becoming a pro, but, you know, understanding that the work is in the process. When did you know that you loved basketball so much that you were willing to do whatever it took?
It had to be my 7th grade summer going into 8th grade. I think that's when I was talking to college coaches. You know, college coaches were coming to my AU games and like high profile colleges, and just looking around and knowing like, hey, like I could do this. I can go very far with this, and I could, you know, become a pro one day. And so that's when I started taking it seriously and been locked in since day one.
Who's been your biggest cheerleader along the way?
Oh man, my family, especially my dad. My dad has been my fan. He's just been there since day one. He's always been through this journey with me. We got like a great relationship, daughter and dad relationship. And, you know, those relationships aren't always, you know, flowers and sunlight. It's, you know, it's when those darkest days are like the hardest, and I could always lean on him. And he's always been my biggest fan. And I'm just really grateful to have that, because not a lot of people have that opportunity to have that relationship with their dad.
So after a game, is he the first one? Does he pick apart? Does he say, hey, this is like one thing you did well, two things you got to do better? Or what does the post game look like with him?
Oh man, it's improved over the years. At Oregon, he used to call me after post game, and I hated that, because I did not look forward to like those post game talks. But now he just has me on a text thread with my brother that lives here with me. And so he just sends like little tidbits and stuff, and like, hey, you can improve on this. And then he'd be like, okay, you need to get this done. You need to get treatment done. Like you need to get a lift in, or like take a day off. So he just texts in a text thread with me, my brother. And it's something that I now look forward to, just because I love his critiques. And I used to hate it back then because I didn't think he was right.
I mean, that's every person, right? Like, Dad, just shut up.
Yeah, exactly. And he's learned over the years that I'm not really that much of a person to talk to, especially after bad games. And he's learned that about me, and I learned that about him. And I look forward to his texts and knowing that it's reassuring that what I'm doing is right, and he solidifies that.
So we're talking post game here, but pre-game, are there any non-negotiables like must-dos for you?
Must get a nap in, no matter the time of the game. Either that's a morning game, a noon game, or afternoon, or a night game. I always got to get a nap in, even if it's like 10 to 15 minutes or to an hour. But I always got to get a nap in, no matter what time the game is.
So I'm like a stranger to this concept. And last W season, I think 75% of the women that I spoke to also they have to take a nap. And I was like, is this something that I'm not aware of?
Yeah. I actually just developed that since being in college.
Okay.
I've definitely taken advantage of that. I used to not take naps. I used to just stay up and just chill. And
Mhm.
I feel like taking that nap is very crucial, especially when you get older, even though I'm 21. But still, you just got to get that nap in.
That's awesome. Okay, so we're wrapping up here. So I do have to. I know I mentioned it off the top. A lot happened this weekend. I do have to ask about Sunday and everything that happened. The fight. You were like in it by like chance, right? Like you were.
Oh, absolutely. And I heard talk with like, pal, like you're gonna get ejected, like pal, you're gonna get tossed out. I'm like, I can't be tossed out when the action came to me when I
Yeah.
was at the scorer's table. There's no way they could toss me out because I didn't go on the court and I was just waiting to sub in. I didn't do anything besides, bring my teammate with me.
Mhm.
So there was a lot going on and it was just like really fast because everything happened in front of me. And I knew if like I stepped foot on the court, then I would have got ejected. So I didn't really want to do much in that aspect, but I'm just really glad that I wasn't ejected and very happy that they did that right.
From my perspective, Coach Staley handled it phenomenally right after the game and acknowledging it. How did she address it with the team? Did the team have conversations about it?
I mean, we talked about it a little, but there was just so much going on because we weren't able to celebrate with them on the court, which
Mhm.
was so heartbreaking. Very emotional because, they helped us get here and just not being able to celebrate them with them on the court. It hurt a little, very emotional. And she did talk about it. She did say that's not us. We got to do better. We got to be more disciplined. And in that aspect, but I thought she handled it great. That just speaks to high volumes of how great of a person she is on and off the court, and she handled it really well. And that's just who she is, and she's very genuine about it. And that just speaks to how she is, and I hope people realize that.
I think, I mean, in the internet talking about it is giving her high praise for that. Uh, were you able to celebrate? I know not in that moment right after, but did you guys do something after the game or in following days to collectively share in the victory?
I think we'll do that Sunday. I
Okay.
think we're going to celebrate with them on Sunday and just have all the teams have the team there, take pictures because, the confetti was the best part. I love the confetti. And I just wish that we could experience that with the girls because they've done so much to help us and just not having them out there with us, it was heartbreaking. And I'm glad that we're going to do this celebration for them on Sunday.
Did you steal any of the confetti to keep?
No, I did not.
Oh, come on.
I know I should have, but it was just there was so much going on. It was just like, man, like SC champ.
Talk
So
about the emotional roller coaster of like 5 minutes. I mean, the whole weekend for you guys, but those 5 minutes was like up, down, up, down.
yeah, no, I think Saturday, that was a lot of emotion, and we had to get back up on that horse and knowing that hey, we won for a reason when we should have lost. But we just got to get back on that horse and get to locking in and those last 5 minutes, it was just a roller coaster of emotion. Like we didn't know what was going on. It was just like so much going on, a lot of waiting. And then those last 2 minutes hit, and then it was like, oh, okay, we're about to become champs. Like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
there's only one person on the bench, but that's okay. We're still gonna win this. And
Yeah. It's like such
it
a
really
weird
sunk
thing,
in.
right?
Yeah, exactly. And like those 2 minutes, it was like probably the longest 2 minutes of my life. And like, it was just like, can we get this over with and already like, hoist up the trophy.
Yeah.
And it was probably like a long 5 minutes for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So as you go into Sunday, you're able to celebrate with the other girls on the team. You see now what's coming. You're down the way for the tournament. What's it going to take for you guys to bring it all home?
Just keep being who we are. I think the only people that can beat us is us. You know, we can beat up ourselves during these type of games, during these close games. So we just got to be who we are. Keep sharing the ball, keep being disciplined, and like I said before, we just got to keep being who we are, and we just got to take one game at a time.
You guys have so many loyal fans. When you look out and you see the young girls holding signs and celebrating you, what does that mean to you? And what do you hope for them for the future?
Man, it's such a great sight to see that they're willing to wait such a long time to, get a signature or a picture with us. And it inspires me to even play harder for them because, you don't know where they come from. You don't know if they came from the West Coast. You don't know if they came from, Canada or like far away. So you just got to treat people the same and just show love to them because they show love to you and support. So you just got to give that love right back. And it's just something that inspires me and keeps that chip on my shoulder and just hopefully inspires the next generation of hoopers to play the game right and just play team ball and just keep being who you are.
I couldn't have said it better. That's incredible. That's it. All right. As we wrap up, I ask everyone: is there a mantra that you lean on for hard days? Something that you repeat to yourself to get through?
Take one day at a time. I just, I love saying that. Take one day at a time, and you just can't think ahead. Be where your feet are. Be present, and just give it your all. That's my mantra.
I love it. And we know you, we love you as a basketball player. We're seeing all that you're doing, now in South Carolina, talking to the next generation and things like that. Is there something that people don't know about you that they should?
What they see on court is what I'm like off the court. I'm just really chill, very cool, relaxing. I don't do too much. I mean, if you want to go out to eat, then I'll go out with you. But I'm just really chill. Like I don't really do much. I love laying in bed. I love chilling.
Napping,
but,
new
yeah,
pastime.
just napping, just having a good time, being in my own space, and just being that chill person that I know that I can be.
Are you a music, TV, movie person?
Music, TV, uh, not really a movie person, no.
Okay. What are you binging on right now, TV wise?
Right now, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I don't know if you
Okay.
heard of that.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a
Yeah,
good one.
it's pretty good. It's pretty funny.
All right. Well, Te-Hina, thank you so much for taking the time. Best of luck next week. And we'll be rooting for you.
Yeah, I know. Thank you.